wants to throw. It's Morris. With the catch, they make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get
turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air, it's Morris. Makes the grab. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Sets up the screen. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So SMU's offense will take the field for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Paul.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. The give to the lone running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Hey, come on now. Do what we do. They can't read us straight up. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Here we go. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Pulls it in, it's Karapateas.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fighting off the defender. And he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take this. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And they'll try to catch him with a pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up to the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. To the air, it's Morris. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He'll take it himself. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And he'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Makes the catch. It's Washington. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to pass, it's Morris. With the catch, it's Karapateas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper.
I suspect we can see that same exact